Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week I'm going to be actually using Claude Cowork to create a dashboard. I'm going to use the topic of calculus and I'm going to try and create a dashboard that has lots of interactive investigations. So if you're interested in coming with me to explore Claude Cowork, then please keep on watching. Okay, so what I did with Claude was I first of all asked actually, I think I used, if you use the drop down menu here, it must have just been Sonnet, just the chatbot. And I wanted a really good prompt to put into Cowork so that I'm not wasting any of my credits on Cowork and that was extensive enough. So I suppose you could call that meta prompting when we go to another language model to get a really good comprehensive prompt and then we put that prompt in. So I wanted one that was about calculus. And I wanted an interactive dashboard with lots of different investigations. So this is the actual prompt that Claude came up with. I'm a mathematics educator. I've written a calculus chapter stored in the folder. You've been given access to the chapter contains multiple student investigations. These are open-ended. I've kind of tweaked that a little bit in Cowork. A conceptual task designed to build understanding through exploration rather than procedure following. So anyway, you can see it's given me a really comprehensive prompt, right? So let me go to Cowork and remember this is only available, this option, if you have the desktop app for Claude. If you're on the web version, you don't have Cowork, so you don't have this autonomous agent that can work with your files and search the internet. But I think this is going to be really useful for people that do want that live search and want that interactivity as well. The other thing that I just want to mention, it's not available in Hong Kong, so I am on my VPN, and even just to sign up for an account, I have a pro account. It was a little bit tricky. So in Cowork, all right, yep, I've already copy and pasted in. So I've copy and pasted that prompt that Sonnet gave me. I just tweaked a little bit. So it says step one, read and audit the chapter. I've actually attached the chapter. And your job is to read through the entire chapter, identifying every investigation and transform them into a single interactive HTML dashboard that students can use directly in a browser. Step one, read and audit the chapter. Read every file in the folder. Well, it's only one file, but if I had a lot of files, it would read that. And every investigation, flag these by their heading or number. Okay, present me with a numbered list that you found first. So see how step by step, I actually need to verify. It says pause here and wait for my approval so that I'm not using all those credits up till the end of the task and then realize, okay, it's done something wrong. So that's step one. Step two is plan the dashboard structure. Once I approve the list, plan how the dashboard will be organized. Step three will be build the interactive HTML dashboard, build a single self-contained HTML file, clean, investigation involving limits, an animated approach. Yep, okay. In the same folder as the chapter, tell me the file name, give me a brief summary of investigation throughout the task. Do not rewrite or paraphrase any mathematical explanations, preserve my voice. Do not add investigations, do not simplify the mathematics. And if any investigation is ambiguous about what the student should be exploring, flag it. Okay, let's go. All right, can I choose the model here? I want to choose, it's got extended thinking, but the latest model, that's not the latest model, but anyway, let's just go. I'm in Cowork anyway. Let's just go. And I'm not creating AI slop. I was very careful in saying I don't want to create AI slop. I want something useful. And I can imagine this would be useful for my students, to be honest. You can see the task progress for longer tasks, working folder, context, okay, launching the document. And this might take a few minutes, so I might just hit the pause button and then I'll come back after step one. But it's telling me what it's doing, right? It's reading that chapter that I wrote on calculus. I put lots of investigations in. They were all my own ideas, but I do want to put it on a nice dashboard You know, I can do the same thing in Manus, I just want to say, but let's just see how easy it is. Anyway, I'm going to hit the pause button and I'll be back. Okay, I'll let you know how long this takes. Okay, step one has been completed. Now, I'm not breaking any confidentiality. I must say, I've written this chapter for a publisher, but all of these investigations are already used. They're already out there. They're in my original book that I released in 2016. So I'm not breaking any confidentiality clauses. So let's just have a look. Investigation one, the gradient function. Yep, students fix on a point A and B progressively closer, okay, to A. Yep, that's right. I'm just going to skim through this actually. I think this is fine. Yep, yep, increasing decaying functions, local versus global, extrema, stationary points, absolutely. Yeah. And then yeah, and then optimization. Now it says that's 7 investigations total. Please review, let me know it's correct. So I'll say, yes, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. I mean, I do like how I did tell it to pause. I do like it how I have to check every stage so that it doesn't completely go off in the wrong direction and I don't waste any credits. So here I'm going to pause the recording again and then I'll be back with stage two. Okay, stage two has just been completed. That was only about 2 or 3 minutes, actually. Each stage had been about 2 minutes, so it's not long. Now it's saying, here's the proposed dashboard structure. Please read carefully. Let me know if I should change anything. So I've got analyzing rates of change, and it's going to use Desmos. Great. Free, no key required, runs entirely in the browser. Great. So let me just read this. That's tab 1, the gradient function. 7, I love the open box. So please confirm. I'll say yes, go ahead. Yes, and go ahead. Okay. All right. So now I think it's going to start building. So let's have a look. I wonder how many credits I'm using for this, but you know what? I'm not creating AI slop. I really want to use this dashboard with students and with teachers as well. But let me hit the pause button again so that you're not watching Claude Cowork do all the thinking. Okay, that probably took about 20 minutes. So I've been waiting and waiting. And then because it got so long, if you come up here, it says it was a huge task. I thought, why don't we just build one of the investigations? So you can see here, I've said, okay, building now, writing the full HTML. This is a large build. And I thought, okay, I don't want to wait another half an hour. So I said, okay, can you build the first 3 investigations? Then I changed my mind because I was still waiting. And now I just said, build the first investigation and let me check. So here is the first investigation. All right. View the dashboard. Okay, I'm going to go into Google Chrome here and I'm going to allow. Okay, so I'm here with the first investigation. I can't see it being perfect because I can't see anything on here. It says the line segment joining A to the chord. Yeah. Secant point. Yeah, okay. I like this, but where is the actual where is the actual applet? So it hasn't created the applet for me. So, okay, I mean, this is very nice so far, but it needs to be, interactive. I really like the questions. Let me go back and just say, let me tell Claude that we need it to be an interactive. It says, let me know what you'd like adjusted, or let me just have a look at this one. That was the first one, preview, right? Let's look at the second one. Maybe the second one is the one that's working. All right, let's go here. No, it's still not working. This is the second one. Yeah, I can't adjust these. So let me go back and just tell Claude Cowork that this is not working. All right. I cannot see the actual graph and there is no interactivity when I move the slider. Can you fix this problem? And just give me investigation 1. Okay, so it's made something for me. I mean, it looks very interactive. I love all the questions on this. It's just given me a digital version of what I already had in terms of a paper format or a non-dynamic version of the investigation. So This may take another 20 minutes, so I'm going to hit the pause button. I just want to see Cowork. Are you able to do this? Next week, I'll probably compare this with Manus, and I'm going to give one problem into Manus and see whether it does any better than Claude Cowork. Okay, I'm going to hit the pause button and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I think that took about 15 minutes. And so let's just see. I'm going to go to Google Chrome. They've sidetracked Desmos. So let's see if we can actually get the output. Look at it. Okay, hang on. You can't see it yet, right? So let me just, I got so excited when I clicked on. Okay, so here we go. We move the coordinate B. Oh, it's working. And look, as we get closer and closer, and that B, approaches A, the gradient is 2. This is absolutely wonderful. I mean, normally I would ask students to actually do this calculation and to fill in the table. So I probably wouldn't direct them straight to this little dashboard first. I'd probably get them to manually calculate it and then just verify. Like, can you use this applet to verify what these answers are? So this is all moving. And then this is investigation 1. I could have all the investigations on this dashboard as separate tabs. So, okay, that's pretty good. Claude Cowork. Let's see if Manus can compare to this. Now, I want to emphasize, even though we can create these beautiful dashboards and interactive elements, I still want students to be able to explore, right? So this still does too many calculations, I think. I might say like, the student has to actually input these values for the gradient. But these reflect and conjecture questions are really good. What do you notice about the gradient of AB as the point B moves closer and closer to A? So they're pretty good, but I think this is still giving away too many answers, and we want to make sure that students are still going through that productive struggle, that zone of proximal development, as Vygotsky coined it. And so we probably want to make sure that students are doing some calculations and then verifying with this lovely little dashboard here. Okay, so that was me just creating a little applet, little dashboard for students to explore, an introduction to differential calculus. Am I impressed? It's not too bad. I just want to emphasize that if we are going to be creating these kind of resources that interactive for our students, that we don't rob them of that struggle that they need to go through as part of the learning process. So perhaps I might ask students to do a few more calculations. I might use those reflective questions that they suggested. I may ask students to verify all of the answers using this, because it's not about getting the answers, is it? It's actually about the journey and the struggle and the process of learning. So just with that caveat, it's not bad. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me this week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.